Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Hey there.
We are here together again live. He had so much fun chatting last night that Misa decided to come back and join me again. So we are here.
Can't keep me away.
No, can't keep him away. Maybe this will become a regular thing. I don't know. Maybe it'll be the duo. I don't know.
Let's hear.
Well,
good. Seriously, tell us.
We will see. We will see what we can do. Yeah, let us know. Give us some feedback if you want. If you want us as a duo, or you just want me, or if you just want him, and I'll shut up.
No, that's not possible.
Excuse me?
Not possible that they would want me and not you. Not that
I just won't shut up.
Well,
I think he's.
I think
that's what he's saying. Yes, that
the vice counsel. I'll plead.
I think he's telling me that I talk too much. So if I talk too much,
you
guys,
too much.
You can.
Never should. Okay. Sorry, doing a little run DMT there.
So you can tell me if I talk too much, and I can stop this craziness. But I digress. So hopefully you guys are having a nice Memorial Day weekend so far. We are. Our niece's wedding is tomorrow, so yeah, Shabbat was, as we talked about last night, a nice weekend family. Today was sort of a low key day. It was icky here, and tomorrow is the wedding. So I'll be racing around with the girls all morning long, trying to get them ready. They've got to get hair done and dresses and pictures and whatever because they're on the wedding. Yeah, don't you see his hair? He's got it. We got to do his hair. I got my manicure today. We got manis petties. It was fun. It was a nice afternoon, but. So enough chit-chatty here, while you guys are coming in. Hello to everyone who's here. I can see little pictures up at the top, but I can't always tell who is there because the pictures are so little. So if you are here live, definitely give me a hashtag live. Say
shout
hello.
Out.
Give us a shout out. Let us know that you're here. And if you catch this in the replay, let us know that you were here later because we always like to know who is listening. So tonight our message is we are going to talk about seeing the signs or opening your eyes to seeing the things that are around you that maybe you just, if you open your eyes, you can get so much more out of life and start paying attention to things, right? So many of us walk around with our eyes closed, like really not paying attention to what's going on, with our faces in devices or, buried into computers or whatever, on our phones, walking down the street on our phones, or that's me walking down the street on my phone, or, driving and, carrying on conversations. And we're not looking at what's going on in the world. We're not paying attention to, the small signs around us, and they're all over. Ways to change our lives, ways to do things. Hey, Francie.
Hey.
That one I can tell. We're not paying attention to any of it. So, and if we open our eyes, we see so much more, right? So many things, the little things can come to us. And so Micha here had an awesome revelation with that today. What was your story? You want to tell us?
Okay, so last night we had a little incident in one of our cars. And it had to go to the car wash to be detailed, totally cleaned out on the inside.
We had a kid that got very sick inside my car.
Yes, and left traces of it on the floor and wherever else. So this morning I took the car over to Jack's, the local car wash chain, and I got them. They said it's going to be at least 2 hours. I'm like, I don't want to wait around, but I called Lesley and I said, Lesley, can you come pick me up? And she says, well, I'm not really dressed, and the kids and whatever. And then I looked down at my shirt. There's a shirt I'm wearing, and I'll show you now. And excuse me for 1 second.
He's stripping.
Don't get too excited.
Stripping.
Don't get too excited.
Stripping. Hey, Margaret.
And I looked down, and this is the shirt that I was wearing. And you see what it says? It says, walk. And I said, wait a minute. It's 2 miles. That's half an hour. I said, and I walked. And it was great. I mean, it was nice. It was warm, a little muggy, but it was nice enough. And I had a nice walk. I listened to a good podcast while I was walking about some business stuff. I just took a look around, and it was really nice. And I said, that sign was literally on me. It wasn't like I had to kind of look up in the sky. I actually took a look down, and I said, wait a minute. It's right there. Just walk.
Right. And he called me back. He said, I think I'm going to walk. I said, okay. All right. So really? I said, are you sure? Because I was already upstairs. As soon as he had called me before and asked me to come get him, I was like, okay, I can run out, and come get you. It was literally 5 minutes from our house of a drive. And like he said, it's 2 miles. And he's like, no. He said, I'm sure. I said, okay, fine. Because, whatever. Then I didn't have to deal with getting the kids into the car and whatever else. But it's true. There are so many things like that are in our lives that, yes, Francie, walk. There are so many things that are in our lives that are just screaming to us. If we open our eyes and look at the signs, sometimes we're wearing them right on our chest, right? But sometimes they're just right in front of us. Sometimes they're things that somebody might say to us, and it just is like, like eye-opening. And really, if we're open to looking for those signs, if we're asking, if we put it out in the universe, whether you call it God, whatever you want to call it, but you put things out in the universe when you ask for it. Right? When you ask for that solution to things, it's not, it may not be how am I going to get home, right? Walk, which would have been my natural inclination. For those of you who know me, I like to walk everywhere.
As our middle child calls her, she's a walking fool.
Yes. So that is now the middle child, though, that is insistent that she's also going to do the half marathon with us next February. Woohoo! So my walking has rubbed off on everybody. But, that would have been my normal thing. I wouldn't have needed it to say it on my chest to tell me to walk, right? But sometimes we do. When it's not our normal, we need that sign. But we have to be open to looking for those signs. We have to be looking and open to the change. So sometimes when somebody says something to you, you might see a meme on Facebook, you might see something, and ask yourself, what is this saying to me today? Is there something that I'm struggling with personally that maybe if I open my eyes and allow myself and ask for that, ask the universe, right? What is the message that I need to see today to better my life or to help somebody else, right? Sometimes it's what can I do to help somebody else? It's out there. You're going to get it when you ask for that. It's going to be put there in front of you, like walk, right? Maybe this is your sign. Tomorrow you need to go someplace, walk. I'm telling you, go walk, right? So it's so important, though, to really be in tune to that, to really stop and take a few minutes every morning. I like to do this in the morning. So stop and really think about, what do I want for the day? What are my intentions for the day? How can I make myself better? And ask for those signs. And I can guarantee to you, every day that I tap into that, and I try to do it every morning, every day that I tap into it, somehow it comes to me. Something comes to me that is what I needed to see that day, what I needed to hear, whether it's something that I need to hear to change my life, whether it's something that I need to hear to help other people change their lives in my coaching, right? Sometimes it's the strangest things when people always ask me, how do you come up with your live topics, right? It comes to me in things like this. It comes to me in walk, right? It comes to me in conversations that I might have because I put it out there in my own head, in my own mind. And when you put it out and you start thinking it, those are the things that you focus on are the things that we see. So there's actually a scientific term to it. It's reticular activation system. That's how our mind works. So it's your RAS. So we see this all the time, right? If you start focusing on something, you're going to see it a lot. So, for instance, in our family, our son has this thing about yellow cars. Okay? So it's the yellow car game that when he sees a yellow car, he yells yellow car and he hits whoever, not hard, sometimes it's hard, but he's not supposed to hit them hard.
For the record, I play too.
Yeah, we all play. But he started this. This is his thing. Actually, my girls won't play with him anymore because he cheats. He's Calvin Ball. He cheats. But that's okay. So he has this thing. So when we started this, right, when it started who saw yellow cars? It wasn't that often. But now everywhere we go, there are yellow cars all over the place. I can tell you, there are no more yellow cars really on the road than there were before we started playing this game. But we've tapped into that. We've made it such a part of, what we're looking for. We've tapped into that reticular activation system, that RAS. So now we see them all over the place. It's actually funny because I walk my kids to and from school, and Madeline, who refuses to play this game with her brother because he cheats and he annoys her, but she's on the lookout for them. Like, we're all on the lookout for them, and then she'll run to me and whisper, "Mama, yellow car, get him," right? So, but you see them everywhere. When you start looking for the signs, right? Whether it's yellow cars, whether it's walk on your shirt, whatever it is, when you start looking for those signs, when you start looking for the things in your life, you find them. And it comes blaring at you all the time. So the first thing is you got to know what you're looking for, right? You got to tap into yourself and know what you're looking for and know where you want to go. And when you do, the universe, the whatever, you're going to start to find it. You're going to see it. Like walk, right? Right? You're going to see it. You're going to come up with the solutions to your problems. So I can see a whole bunch of you guys are on here live now. It says 8 people, but I only see 4 little chat heads at the top.
5.
So please, now it's 5. It keeps popping in and out. So please, if you're on here live, shoot me a hashtag live so I can see, or just say hello or something so I can know that who's here for real. And
I'd also like to hear, what are signs that you've seen? What are something that some revelation, some common thing in your life that all of a sudden serves as a revelation of, oh, I should do that, or I should, change this.
Right. Or do you play crazy games like we do with yellow cars?
We also do with punch bugs.
Yes, and a yellow punch bug gets 2.
Yes.
2. That's always a winner in our house. But hey, Bryce. So it's funny because with the yellow cars, there are a couple of them that same ones that we pass every day, and it's a race to who's going to get it first. Or who forgets when my son is walking in La La Land and like telling him his own stories, because he loves to do that and making up his games, and then I'll catch him because he's not paying attention to how far we've gotten in our walk. Kind of fun. Hey, Amy. But really, starting to pay attention. If you're not noticing these things in your life yet, if you haven't started to, pay attention to it. Like, actually, my kids and I talk about this a lot, right? I don't know about you, so we do it with yellow cars. But it's also, when you decide, and this is another car example, when you decide you're going to get a new car, right? And you decide you're going to get whatever it is, all of a sudden, that's all you see on the road, right? When I got my Pacifica. Before that, my kids never paid attention to the Pacifica. Now, everywhere we go, they like to count Pacificas because they're all over the place. There are no more Pacificas on the road than there were before we got ours last August. But they see them everywhere because they've become so attuned to it. And that's what we are. That's what we need to do. We need to tap in and look for the things that we want to help us change our lives, and we're going to see it all over the place. So hope you have a great night, and if you're picking this up, please continue in the chat. Let us know what are things that you're looking for in your life, or what are things that you see all over the place, or signs that you see. But we hope you have a great night.
Night.
See you later, and let us know if you want the duo back, or if you just want me, or if you just want him. You can have this mug all the time if you want, and I can shut up. So have a great night. Talk to you later.
Have a good night to all our soldiers. Thank you.
Bye.